welcome back. It's such a beautiful day today that I thought of making chicken curry noodles. So that's what we'll be making today. And first of all, here's all my ingredients. The first thing you'll need is definitely the chicken. I have a whole chicken here. You can use just the chicken thigh, the chicken breast, whichever part of the chicken you want. I'm going to use the whole chicken for mine. And then definitely you will be needing the curry paste. There's all different kinds of brand and all different kinds of the taste. There's the yellow kind, the red, the orange. The red one is going to be more spicy, so if you don't do spice, you probably want to go with the yellow or the orange, and you can find this at any Asian store. I use beef paste for mine too. Yes, it's chicken curry, but I use this to give it more flavor. I like it. Try it out. Maybe you'll like it too. Otherwise, you can just omit this as well. And then we got bamboo shoot. 1 can of that. You can use any kind of bamboo shoot. And I just happened to grab this one. And then coconut milk. Any brand of coconut milk. Coconut milk for dessert or just regular coconut milk. I'm using this brand, and I have 2 of them. I'm a big coconut fan, and I like a lot of coconut in mine. So I grabbed the 2 smaller cans. Otherwise, if there was a bigger one, I just use 1 of those. And you'll need a whole garlic with lemongrass. And of course, you cannot forget these, the vermicelli noodles. This is the brand I like, and this is what I use. I use the fine. There's also the thick or the medium, which is whatever your preference is. And these will be boiled, and I will do that along the way. And then lastly is just to garnish with the dish. Cabbage, I have cilantro, green onion, and basil. Oh, excuse me, mint. Mint. You can definitely have basil too, but I prefer mint for this dish. Alright, and let's get started. Okay. I'm just going to cut up my chicken into smaller pieces. And you can cut into any size of pieces you want. Usually with chicken curry, you tend to just slice up the meat and you don't have to use bone, but I like to put the bones in there to make the broth even better. But given so, you want the meat. So I'm going to slice off as much meat as I can, leaving just quite a bit with the bones for those who love to have the bones. And then there are different ways to make chicken curry. Some folks likes to boil the chicken, make it fully cook, and then take out all the meat. I prefer this way. It saves me a step, and it tastes great as well. So with the meat, I like them into like this slice. It's about like 2-inch long, and it's thin. But you could definitely have a 1-inch or so, and that's just, again, your preference. And so here, let me show you a thigh. So you take off the chicken meat. Again, your preference, but I like them long and thin. Just continue getting all of meat off the chicken. Now that we're finished with the chicken, we are going to start with the bamboo shoot. And we're just going to cut these up. You can cut them any way you want. I like them to be the long way thin like this. So this is how I usually cut mine up. gives a really good flavor, taste to the chicken curry. So you want to make sure that you don't forget the bamboo shoot. Next, we are going to prep the garlic and the lemongrass. And in this process, you can use lime leaves as well. I'm gonna omit it at this time just because I don't have any lime leaves in the house. But that also gives us more flavor as well. And for the garlic, there are several ways to do this. You can use a knife and mince it up, make it into small pieces. Or you can use a mortar and pestle and pound it up and make them small. Whichever is easiest for you, whatever you have in house. And because I have a knife, I'm gonna just go ahead and make it small by using the knife. Several ways to do this, like I said. So some likes to peel the garlic. I don't mind having unpeel or peel garlics into my dish, so whichever is easiest for you again. So I'm just gonna leave them and just take some out. But mainly what you want to do is make them into small pieces so when you fry them up, the flavor gets into the whole dish and it tastes really good this way. And this way when you fry it up, it's faster and easier as well. We have finished prepping everything and for the broth itself. So we are going to start with the soup, and I have heated up my water to boil the room chili noodle. So we're going to start out with oil for the soup over here. And you are going to start with the garlic and lemongrass. I have it on high right now, and we are gonna be stir frying it until it gives a little golden color and aroma. That's when I'll turn it down to medium or medium, low medium, around that, and then we'll add in the curry paste at that time. So as of now, we are just going to be doing the garlic and lemongrass alone. Starting to smell good already. Depending on your stove, this may take 30 seconds to a minute, and that's a very good golden color already. So I'm going to turn it down to low. We're going to go ahead and get 2 spoonfuls of the beef paste. And then the curry paste, you want the whole thing. Give it a few stirs. Now we are going to go ahead and put in the chicken. I want to give it a good stir so that all of that paste gets into the chicken itself. And now go ahead and turn up your stove again to high. And that's a good quiet blend right there. So we're gonna go ahead and add in the bamboo shoot. And stir once more to get all of that paste into the bamboo shoot as well. Now the paste has a really good sodium level in there, so you don't want to add too much salt. So you want to add just enough salt to flavor. And you can add salt as you go at the end as well after you taste the soup as well. Okay. And now we are going to add the coconut milk. Stir it up. It smells really good right now. The curry is boiling now, so it's just the right time to add in the water. I have about 3/4 of a gallon of water, and that's how much I'll be adding in. Try to get some of those paste off. And now you just let it boil and do its thing. While we are waiting for the curry to boil and for the water for the vermicelli to boil as well, we are gonna come along and prep our cabbage and green onion and cilantro. And with the cabbage, I like my cabbage to be really thin slices. You can definitely have thicker slices if you want, but I like mine to be thin. That way, when I put it into the dish, it takes up all the flavor and tastes better that way for me. But like I said, you can have yours thicker. And this cabbage is at the end. You put it in raw like this into the dish, so it doesn't. You don't have to put it into the soup itself as it's cooking. This is just a way to garnish it with. I'm not going to cut up the mint. I'm just going to let the mint be like that, and then whoever likes mint will just put into the dish itself. But with the green onion and cilantro, I'll cut into small pieces. You can cut into any pieces you want in any forms. And this is just how I'm going to be doing mine. Be very careful though, you don't want to cut over your hand. You cut the cilantro into bigger slices on the leaves, and then smaller slices on the stem. Like again, it's just your preference. And like that. You can set them separately or together. I'm just going to set them together, and that way it doesn't give me more space on all the other ingredients. Alright, and now we just wait for the water to boil for the curry as well as for the vermicelli noodles. My vermicelli noodles are ready to go into the boiling water. Cook both of them at the same time to save me time. And just keep stirring. So I've been boiling my vermicelli noodles just like you boil your spaghetti, and they are ready now. We are going to take that off and rinse it in cold water. And you notice on the side here, my curry noodle is also boiling as well, and it's ready. So as soon as I get my noodles to cool down, we are ready to serve. Okay, I'm going to rinse it in cold water. It's going to take a while. Keep stirring it so that it doesn't stick on the bottom, as well as it will cool down easier, faster. And try to get all those hot water out of the way. Again, keep repeating until your noodles are cooled down. It has cooled down enough that I can touch the noodle, and I'm gonna set the noodle aside for it to drain better. And I will be keeping my noodles this way. That way when you're grabbing it to serve with the soup, it's just so much easier. And you can put away your noodles in any form, any way you like. And definitely do any pattern. This is just the easier pattern for me. Everything has been finished, so we're just going to put the dish together. And first you want to grab your noodles, as much noodle as you want to eat. It's a good amount. And then we are going to grab the curry soup. This is done as well. Grab whatever you like. And then now, garnish it whatever you like. I like a lot of cabbage, green onion, and if you like lime, you can put lime in there too. I don't for this dish. I just like it this way. And then my basil. Excuse me, my mint. I must really just want to put basil in there or something. And it tastes good with the sodium level, but I like fish sauce in there. And I'm just going to get it a little twirl. And again, I like spicy. So I'm going to add some chili pepper in there. And here is your finished dish. And you just enjoy it now. Chicken curry noodle soup.